over 14 years, the number one answer that I've received was positive attitude. Every time I do a training, every time I do an event, I'll ask a question similar to that, and everyone would say positive attitude. Now, do you know that's the number one habit linked to our success? But ladies and gentlemen, for 20 years I asked God, why did I get shot? What was the reason? One bullet went through me, one bullet's still in me, nothing major happened to me, and the only thing that I can come up with is God said this to me. He said, "Look, Ryan, I wanted you to be like Lil Wayne or 50 Cent. I wanted you to have some street credit. Because if you're going to be a motivational speaker and you're going to tell people to get off their attitude, guess what? I better give you something good." A particular morning, I'm driving up, and I never forget this morning, because as I drove up, I mean, they must have had 50 cars in line. I don't know what was going on that morning. But I was late to a meeting, so I hurried up, parked. I'm walking into this McDonald's, and there's this lady opening the door and closing the door saying, "Thank you for coming. We're glad that you came. Please come back. We'll see you tomorrow. Hope you have a great day." Can you believe that? It's McDonald's. I don't know about you, but most of the time you ask for something, they throw it at you, right? I mean, seriously. So as I walk in, I called my meeting. I said, "Look, I'm going to be another 20 minutes late." I said, "I've got to do some research here." So I go sit in the corner of the McDonald's, and as I'm sitting in the corner, I'm sipping on my coffee, I'm watching her, and she had a smile that could light up the room. So as she's making her rounds around the room, she finally comes up to me in the corner. She goes, "Hi, my name is Miss Janine." I said, "Hi, my name is Ryan." She said, "Mr. Ryan, do you mind if I sweep underneath your table?" I said, "No, go right ahead." So I'm lifting my legs, and I said, "You've got a wonderful smile. You've got a great attitude today. What's going on?" She said, "Mr. Ryan," she said, "God's got me on this great green earth, and I'm glad to be here." So I mean, that instantly, ladies and gentlemen, my smile just kicked up. My attitude was up. I was having a great day. Just because of this one lady. Now, attitudes are contagious. Smiles are contagious. So my book just came out, Get Off Your Attitude. I've got a bracelet, Get Off Your Attitude. So I walk up to her and said, "Look, Miss Janine," I said, "I've got a book and a bracelet. I'd love to give it to you as a gift. It's named Get Off Your Attitude." I said, "But look, please don't take it the wrong way. You have a wonderful attitude. I wish I could take you with me, bottle you up, and bring you on stage with me." Because how many, ladies and gentlemen, how many people just go to work and they're just negative all day? So she follows me out to the car. I sign the book, sign the bracelet. Give her the bracelet. And before she leaves, I said, "You've got to tell me, why do you have such a great attitude?" And she gave me some answers, ladies and gentlemen, that I wasn't ready for. She said, "Mr. Ryan, I just left my husband after 20 years. He verbally, physically, and mentally abused me." She said, "But," this is my favorite part of the story, she said, "I just started my first job. I just opened up my first checking account. And I just bought my first car." Now, this lady was in her late 40s. So I'm kind of tearing up. I'm like trying to write, on the book. I'm like, okay, all right, wasn't ready for that. Then she threw two more things at me that I wasn't ready for. She said, "Mr. Ryan, I can't read, but I'll have somebody read the book to me." Then she tells me she lives in her car, the car that she just bought. Could you imagine living in your car? Some of us have. I've done it in college a couple of times, I'm sure. But ladies and gentlemen, that is a snapshot photo of what a positive attitude is. Someone showing up, dedicated, focused, knowing what they want to achieve, not going around. I mean, how many of you meet somebody or work with somebody, they stub their toe and they talk about it for 5 hours? I know who likes who they tell the first person to. But how did that make you feel? Makes you feel great, right? Somebody said earlier, we like working with people that we are comfortable with, that we like. That people that make us feel good. So if you know this story, please don't say it, but my wife and I were driving to New Orleans one afternoon, and I never forget, I'm kind of pouting about something, and we keep each other in check. One of my biggest fans, one of my best friends, my wife, and she was with me when I had nothing, when I was living with my parents. And I never forget, we're driving across the causeway, the longest bridge over water, 25 miles over water. So we're driving to New Orleans to go to lunch, and I'd never forget, I got some bad news. About halfway across that bridge, I'm just like this, just pouting. She looks over at me, she says, "Ryan, smile, it increases your face value." I was like, "Where did you get that?" She goes, "I made it up." So I went, All right, so what do you think I did with it? Stole it, put it in my book, put my name on it. And I get a phone call from my publisher a month later, said, Mr. Lowe, you could not steal that. I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, you stole it. I said, I know, I stole it from my wife. And come to find out, she stole it from Steel Magnolias, all right, the movie. I've always got to give that little caveat, don't tell the story, because I got ladies that'll pop up, jump out. But you know what? Smile, it increases your face value. Anytime, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think, anytime you're going through a bad time, anytime you're going to hit adversity, it's part of success. Don't whine about it. Don't cry about it. It's part. You will have more failures than you will have successes. But you've got to go through them, and you've got to go through them. Anybody that jumps from a negative circumstance or an event with enthusiasm has a positive attitude. That's how you're successful. That's how you become successful. You've got to look at things that you think are negative, because that's the way we're trained. You've got to look at them on a positive. Along the way, on that road to success, gets a little bumpy. We have negative people, negative events, negative circumstances, challenges, setbacks. We allow these negative things to bring in bitterness, anxiety, anger, stress. And my favorite one, it's a 4-letter word, starts with F, and please watch it. Fear. Do you know what fear stands for? The acronym? Or my favorite one is forget everything and run. Definition of attitude is this. It's the way we think or feel about something or someone. But see, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's more than that. I think it's the way about being strong-minded. I think it's about being inspirational to others. I think it's about being disciplined and dedicated to your goals and your dreams that you want to do. That's what a positive attitude is. If you see anyone that's in the Olympics, anybody that plays sports, anybody that's built a great business, they will all tell you it was their attitude when they were going through a tough time that got them to be successful. There are many times that I wanted to quit in this business. Many times I hit the wall. Many times I didn't get my phone wasn't ringing. I thought, oh, who am I to go tell people about positive attitude?
Phenomenal job of getting the team to really understand the importance of having a positive attitude.
So different than most motivational speakers.
He lives his message.
We have been thrilled with his passion and enthusiasm.
My favorite thing that he talked about was surrounding yourself with people who want you to do better. That is so key.
Great motivational speaker about how everything we have inside can come out and can change everything that we do.
All of us take away something that we can use in our business.
Ryan did a great job, and the stories that he tells to bring it alive is really exceptional.
He did an excellent job. I would hire him at any event that we have in the future, and get off your attitude.